Have you ever wondered why some people seem unshaken no matter what happens? Why? When the world around them falls apart, they still stand tall, calm, and in control. It's not luck. It's not because their lives are easier. It's because they don't chase peace. They prepare for war. You see, most people spend their whole lives trying to avoid chaos. They try to escape pain, dodge problems, and live quietly, hoping nothing goes wrong. But that kind of peace never lasts. Because the moment life hits them, a loss, a failure, a betrayal, they break, they crumble. Why? Because they never train their minds or their hearts for battle. Peace isn't something you find by running away from conflict. Peace is something you earn by becoming strong enough to face it. Real peace doesn't come from comfort. It comes from control. From knowing that whatever happens, you can handle it. A warrior knows this truth. That's why he doesn't waste time searching for peace. He builds it every day. He prepares, not because he loves war, but because he knows it's coming. He knows that challenges are part of life. He doesn't fear them. He welcomes them because every challenge makes him sharper. Every hardship builds his armor. Every scar becomes his reminder that he's stronger than yesterday. The world will test you. It will throw pain your way. It will give you moments that will make you question everything. Your purpose, your strength, even your worth. But here's the truth. No one escapes the battle. You can't hide from it. You can only prepare for it. And when you do, when you finally stop running and start training your mind like a warrior, when you will discover something powerful, peace that no one can take from you. A warrior's peace is not quietness. It's not about hiding in calm spaces. It's about having calm inside the chaos. It's the kind of peace that comes from confidence, not comfort. The kind that comes from discipline, not luck. And that's what this video is about. Not how to escape the storm, but how to stand in the middle of it and still be still. Stay with me till the end. Because if you do, you'll walk away with something valuable. Not just motivation, but clarity. You'll understand how to build unshakable peace from within. You'll learn how to prepare your mind, your heart, and your spirit for life's battles. So, no matter what happens, you stay calm, focused, and in control. This isn't just another motivational speech. It's a call to remember that inside you lives a warrior. Someone who doesn't surrender when life gets hard. Someone who doesn't wait for peace to show up. He creates it with his strength. So, take a deep breath. Let go of distractions. Because from this moment, we start a journey. A journey into the warrior's mind. And by the end, you won't just understand peace. You'll know how to own it. Now, let's begin. People talk about peace like it's a prize. Something you win when everything in life finally goes right. They say, I'll be happy when I have more money. I'll be calm when people stop bothering me. I'll rest when life slows down. But that's a lie, a sweet one that keeps most people weak. Peace doesn't come when life becomes easy. Life never becomes easy. There will always be noise, pain, and chaos. There will always be people who disappoint you in situations you can't control. If your peace depends on the world behaving the way you want, then you'll never have it. The truth is, peace that depends on comfort is fragile. It shatters at the first sign of trouble. From the time we're young, we're taught to avoid conflict. We're told, don't fight, don't argue, don't make things hard. We grow up believing that peace means staying quiet, smiling, even when we're broken, and running from anything that feels difficult. But what if avoiding pain is the very thing that keeps us weak? What if peace isn't the absence of war, but the strength to face it? Think about it. Every time you hide from a challenge, you give away your power. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you let fear win. You become softer, weaker, more dependent on things staying easy. And when life hits you, as it always will, you'll have no defense. You'll panic. You'll break. You'll beg for peace again. never realizing it's your own weakness, keeping it away. Look at history. The strongest people, warriors, leaders, survivors, didn't find peace by avoiding the fight. They found peace through discipline and struggle. The samurai trained daily, not because they wanted to fight, but because they knew peace only exists when you're ready for war. The Spartans didn't fear battle. They prepared for it so deeply that it became a part of their peace. Their calm wasn't luck. It was built on readiness. But today, we chase peace like it's a vacation. We want quick comfort. We scroll, we escape, we numb ourselves with distractions, thinking that will bring peace, but it never does. The moment we stop scrolling, the noise in our mind returns, because peace is not outside, it's inside, and it's built through strength, not escape. So, stop believing the myth. Stop waiting for peace to come to you. Stop thinking that if you avoid conflict, life will reward you with calm. It won't. Life rewards the prepared, not the passive. True peace is standing tall when the world shakes. It's facing your fears, not hiding from them. It's being so grounded, so trained, that no storm can move you. That's what separates a warrior from the crowd. The crowd wants calm seas. The warrior trains for waves. By the end of this video, you'll see why peace without preparation is just an illusion, and why strength, not silence, is the foundation of peace. Because a warrior doesn't pray for calm winds. He sharpens his blade and learns to sail through the storm. When people hear the word warrior, they imagine someone with weapons, armor, and a battlefield. But that's not what being a warrior truly means. A warrior, ISNT, defined by the fights he faces on the outside. ES, defined by the battles he wins on the inside. His strength isn't just in his hands. It's in his mind, his heart, and his spirit. A warrior wakes up every day knowing life won't be easy. He doesn't expect comfort. He doesn't wait for the perfect moment. He knows there is no such thing. Instead, he faces each day ready for challenges, ready for chaos, ready for anything. He doesn't ask, will today be peaceful? He asks, am I prepared for whatever comes? That mindset is what sets him apart. A warrior's greatest weapon is discipline. While others sleep in, he trains. While others make excuses, he acts. While others let emotions control them, he controls his emotions. He understands that real strength isn't about being angry or aggressive. It's about being calm when everyone else loses control. That's true power. Not the kind that destroys, but the kind that endures. He's not afraid of fear. In fact, he respects it. Fear tells him where he needs to grow. It shows him the path that others avoid. So, instead of running from it, he walks straight into it. Every time he does, he becomes stronger, more focused, more grounded. The warrior doesn't see fear as an enemy. He sees it as a teacher. You can be that warrior. You don't need armor or a sword. You need focus, courage, and consistency. You need to master your thoughts, because that's where every war begins. The battle isn't outside. It's inside your own head. It's the fight between who you are and who you could be. Between comfort and growth. Between weakness and strength. The warrior chooses growth every time, even when it hurts. He trains his body, his mind, and his willpower. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. He understands that peace without strength is an illusion. So he keeps sharpening his inner blade, his discipline, his patience, his awareness. A warrior doesn't complain. He observes. He adapts. He learns. He doesn't waste energy blaming others or wishing things were different. He accepts reality and prepares himself for it. Because he knows no one is coming to save him. Not luck, not fate, not anyone. His preparation is his protection. His readiness is his peace. And when life throws chaos his way, he doesn't panic. He's standstill.com/focused. Ready? Because he's been here before. Not in this exact moment, but in training, in discipline, in mindset. He's prepared for war. And that's why he finds peace even in the middle of the storm. That's what it means to be a warrior. Not someone who fights all the time, but someone who's always prepared to face what others run from. Someone who builds peace, not by avoiding war, but by mastering himself. So ask yourself, are you living like a warrior or waiting for peace to find you? Comfort feels good, doesn't it? A warm bed, a quiet room, no stress, no challenge. But here's the truth. Comfort weakens you. Every time you choose comfort over effort, you lose a little bit of your edge. You trade your strength for softness, and in a world that never stops testing you, softness is dangerous. A warrior understands this. He doesn't chase comfort. He uses it as a reward, not a lifestyle. He knows that comfort makes people slow, lazy, and unprepared. He sees it everywhere. People scrolling through their phones for hours, avoiding hard work, escaping reality with distractions. They think they're at peace, but they're not. They're untrained, unready, and one bad day away from falling apart. Preparation is the opposite of comfort. Preparation is hard. It means doing what you don't feel like doing. It means pushing through pain, boredom, and fear. But that's where real strength is built. When you wake up early, even when you're tired, you train your mind to lead your body. When you control your emotions instead of letting them control you, you train your spirit to lead your heart. That's how warriors are made. Not by luck, but by daily discipline. Think of the soldiers who train before battle, the athletes who practice before the game, the builders who lay one brick at a time. None of them wait for comfort. They create readiness through repetition. That's why they stay calm when pressure rises. Their preparation becomes their protection. Preparation doesn't just build skill, it builds confidence. When you're prepared, you don't fear the storm because you know you've trained for it. You don't panic when things fall apart because you've practiced staying strong. You trust yourself because you've earned that trust. Comfort gives you nothing. Preparation gives you everything. It gives you peace when others are afraid. It gives you strength when others give up. It gives you control when life feels out of control. That's the reward of hard work. Not just success, but peace through strength. The world teaches you to chase comfort. Ads, media, people, they all tell you that happiness comes from ease. Relax, they say. You deserve a break. But the truth is, too much ease destroys you. Your muscles weaken. Your focus fades. Your courage disappears. You start to live like a sheep instead of a warrior. And when trouble comes, and it always does, you have nothing to fight with. A warrior trains his body, but more than that, he trains his will. Every small act of discipline, waking up early, controlling anger, staying focused, is a form of preparation. It's sharpening the sword inside. And when that sword is sharp, no challenge feels impossible. Preparation doesn't mean living in fear. It means living with awareness. It means knowing that storms come, but you'll stand through them because you've built yourself for it. You've done the work before the war begins. So ask yourself, are you building strength or are you building excuses? Are you preparing for life or waiting for comfort to save you? Because comfort will never save you. Only strength will. A warrior chooses effort over ease. He understands that pain today builds peace tomorrow. He knows that the sweat on his forehead now will become calm in his heart later. That's the secret. Peace is born from preparation, not comfort. The warrior doesn't wait for the perfect moment. He creates it through readiness. He's not surprised by battle. He's already prepared for it. And that's why, no matter what happens, he wins. Every warrior knows the hardest battles are not fought on the outside. They happen inside. In the mind. The real war is not against the world. It's against your own fear, doubt, laziness, and weakness. That's the enemy that never sleeps. And the sad truth is, most people lose this war long before they ever face a real challenge. Think about it. How many times have you talked yourself out of something? How many times have you said, I'll do it tomorrow, or it's too hard, or what if I fail? That's your inner enemy whispering to you. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It tells you to stay safe, stay small, stay still. And the more you listen, the weaker you become. The inner war is fought every morning when you wake up. The moment you open your eyes, there's a battle between comfort and purpose. One voice says, stay in bed. The other says, get up and fight. One wants rest. The other wants growth. And whichever one you feed will win. A warrior chooses the harder voice, the one that pushes him to move, to act, to grow. He doesn't wait to feel motivated. He acts even when he doesn't feel like it, because he knows emotions lie. But discipline tells the truth. Motivation fades, but discipline stays. Your biggest enemies are not other people. They are the voices in your own head telling you that you can't, that you're not enough, that you should quit. Those voices feed on your inaction. But when you act, when you fight back with movement and consistency, those voices grow weaker. The warrior understands this. That S. Why? He wins battles long before they happen because he wins them in his mind first. The inner war never truly ends. Every day it returns, sometimes loud, sometimes quiet. Some days you'll win, as other days it'll feel like the hardest fight of your life. But that's okay. Every victory, no matter how small, makes you stronger. Every time you silence doubt with action, you grow. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, you rise. The warrior's greatest skill is awareness. He watches his thoughts like a guard at a gate. When a weak thought comes, fear, anger, jealousy, laziness, he doesn't let it enter. He catches it, questions it, and replaces it with strength. That's how he protects his mind. And when he fails, because every warrior fails, sometimes he doesn't break. He learns. He studies the defeat. He understands where he lost control. Then he prepares again. Because the true measure of a warrior isn't how many times he wins, but how many times he stands back up after losing. You can't control every storm outside, but you can always control the storm inside. You can't stop pain, but you can decide what it means. You can't erase fear, but you can face it until it no longer rules you. That's the inner war. The fight to master yourself. And once you do, no one can defeat you. Not life, not failure, not chaos. Because the person who conquers his own mind is unstoppable. Remember this, peace is not the absence of struggle. It's the victory over yourself. And that victory begins the moment you decide to fight back against the weakness within. Most people think peace means sitting still, smiling, and having no problems. But that's not peace, that's escape. Real peace doesn't mean life is easy. It means you're strong enough to stay calm when it isn't. Peace isn't found in comfort. It's found in control. Control over yourself, your emotions, your reactions, your choices. A warrior doesn't wait for the world to become peaceful. He builds peace inside himself. He understands that life will always bring chaos, pain, loss, noise, change. But he also knows that he decides what those things mean. He decides how to respond. That's where his power lies. When you build strength, you build peace. Because when you know you can handle pain, fear loses its power. When you know you can survive failure, doubt fades. When you know you can control your emotions, chaos no longer scares you. That's why true peace doesn't come from comfort. It comes from courage. Peace through strength is a strange idea for most people. They think strength and peace are opposites, but they're not. Strength is the foundation that peace stands on. Without strength, peace collapses. Think of a house. If the foundation is weak, the walls crack and the roof falls. But if the foundation is strong, the house stands through any storm. Strength is that foundation. Look at the calmest people. You know, the ones who don't panic when everything goes wrong. They're calm, not because life is easy for them, but because they've already faced the storm. They've suffered, failed, learned, and grown. Their peace is earned, not given. That's the peace of a warrior. Steady, unshakable, and real. The warrior finds peace, not by running from war, but by being prepared for it. He knows his limits, and he works to expand them. He faces his fears, not to destroy them, but to understand them. And through that understanding, fear loses its control. When he walks into chaos, he doesn't fight against it. He moves through it. Got calm, focused, ready? This kind of peace changes everything. It makes you stronger in every area of life. When you have peace through strength, you don't overreact to small problems. You don't waste energy on drama. You don't let other people's chaos steal your calm. You stay grounded, no matter what happens. That's the power of preparation, discipline, and self-mastery. You become like a mountain, silent, still, but powerful. The winds can howl, the storms can rage, but you stand unmoved because your peace doesn't depend on the weather. It comes from within. And here's the most beautiful part. When you find peace through strength, you also bring peace to others. Your calm becomes a light. Your strength gives others courage. You become an example of what real peace looks like. Not weak, not passive, but powerful and alive. That's the peace of a warrior. The kind that can't be shaken. The kind that doesn't vanish when the world falls apart. The kind that comes only to those who prepare for war, who face their demons, and who build themselves from the inside out. So if you want peace, real peace, stop running from the fight. Train for it. Strengthen your mind, sharpen your focus, and discipline your heart. Because the more powerful you become, the more peaceful you will be. That's the truth. The world forgets. Peace is not the opposite of war. Peace is the reward for those who are ready for it.